Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be creating this card for you, and I'm going to be using the beautiful Lovely Layers Mini Spring Florals die set. This is quite a large die set that has beautiful, beautiful imagery once you die cut these out. We've got a really gorgeous bouquet of lovely spring florals, and I had a lot of fun using this die set to create the little bouquet for my card. I am going to start out here with all of my die cut pieces, and I'm going to add color to them with some ink blending. So I did die cut all of the florals, the stems, the leaves, everything from white cardstock. And I'm just using my Distress inks to add some color. So I've got my grip mat on my desk. So I do work on a glass board. I've got the grip mat on the glass board, and then I have those die cuts on the grip mat. The grip mat's just keeping those in place while I add that color with the different colors of ink. And again, I am just using Distress ink in a variety of different colors from my stash just to create a variety of different colored florals for this beautiful bouquet today. And you'll just see me here dipping into the inks and blending those on, and then I'll just show you how these layer together so easily. And of course, Honeybee does provide a layering guide for all of the different Lovely Layers dies, so that allows you to just very, very easily put these together. So you can see there off to the right the colors of Distress inks that I'm using to blend with, and I did just kind of want a variety of different colors here today on my florals. So my pansy is a grouping of purples, and then this floral here, we're starting off with the stem in Mowed Lawn, and just a really nice bright green here for the stem, and then the little florals, the little blooms that go along with that. I'm going to add a little bit of some yellows. So I'm going to add a little bit of, I think I used wild honey and antique linen here for these ones, along with, again, the Mowed Lawn for the stem. So just going into the ink, grabbing a little bit of ink and then blending that on. And I do try to use a couple of different colors here for the blooms for these different florals, just so that they contrast. Here you can see how nicely that wild honey for that base color. And then some of the blooms actually are just single layer. And then this one here you can see is a double layer. So I'm going to go ahead and add some color to another one of these gorgeous stems here. Again, using the Mowed Lawn. I do use a variety of different colors of green here just to change it up a little bit. These blooms here, I decided to use some picked raspberry and some spun sugar. And that's just got those two colors have a really nice contrast, so that whether they are a layered bloom or a single bud, these colors just really do have a nice contrast and show up quite nicely when you add them onto the greenery as the base. Now, Honeybee has done the mini florals before. This mini floral spring is obviously new, but there are other mini florals as well in the Lovely Layers collection. And I love these because they're a really nice size difference in comparison to the full size Lovely Layers florals. So these are just a really nice addition into your Lovely Layers collection to allow you to have just some different scale when you're working on some different blooms. So you could definitely mix this set with other mini florals, or mix this set with some larger blooms as well, so that you have kind of like that different scale in size of your blooms. But I just went totally with this mini floral set today. But I just wanted to give you that as an idea for combining your Lovely Layers together from your stash. So this yellow layer here, you can just see that I am doing a darker center with the rusty hinge, and then I'm using a little bit of the spice marmalade, or I should say dried marigold, for the outer edges of this bloom. And then the centers will be that really nice rusty hinge with the little pieces that layer in over top. So just these little tiny pieces here, these little star shapes, those are going to go in the center of a couple of those blooms. I did use some different colored greens in here as well. So I used a variety of like bundled sage, shabby shutters, peeled paint, just to change it up a little bit and allow a little bit of variation in my colors of green. And I absolutely really do love shaded lilac as a color. I think it's really pretty. So I wanted to get some of that in here as well. Now I'm going to start to assemble my florals together. And as I said earlier, these all of these different layered die sets from Honeybee do have guides, and they're super easy to put together. Now I did want to add a little bit of dimension to some of my florals when I put them together. So I'm going to add a few little bits of thin foam squares in between the layers on some of the florals. So with the pansy, in between the layers, I've got some of that thin foam, and that's just going to make that a little bit dimensional. So instead of using a thicker foam, the nice thin foam squares are helpful when you don't want it to be too dimensional. Throughout this video, you'll also see me using some new tools from Spellbinders. These tools are available in the Honeybee shop, and they're really great. There's a pokey tool, there's the wax tip tool, and so on. Just some really great options for tools for your crafting. Of course, I am using my Honeybee tweezers, which I love. The Honeybee reverse tweezers are wonderful. And I am using those to help me grab the different little pieces and get them into place for some of these smaller, more intricate dies. Now, one of these blooms here that I stick together, I actually wasn't supposed to stick them together. They're supposed to be separate. So this bloom here is supposed to be assembled in the way that I have it, as will be the second one that I attached to the back of the greenery here. But the third one, I wasn't supposed to glue that together. So I do end up pulling that apart, and I die cut it again and ink blended it, because this next one, this one here, that's actually supposed to be separated. It's supposed to be two separate blooms. And so I just die cut and added the color to this one again. And then the initial one that I had ink blended is fine. It came apart just quite easily, and I was able to reuse that piece. So there you can see all of those little blooms attached to that greenery. I love that one. I love that bright and light pink. I think that's really pretty. And then I'm just going to assemble these yellow buds or blooms as well. And those are going to be attached in the same way as that last little greenery and bloom set. So I'm just going to attach them to the back of the little greenery piece there, so that it looks like this little bud or bloom is popping out of that little greenery leafery piece. So super pretty. I think these are really realistic looking, and they're just so gorgeous, and you can use these in so many different ways. Again, the lovely layers from Honeybee are so versatile. I really love them. Something else I wanted to mention today during my voiceover is that Honeybee does have quite a few products that are retiring. So if you go onto the website and you look at, or you even do a search for retiring products, or I think there might even be a tab for retiring, there's some really good deals on products that are retiring in the Honeybee shop, and some products actually that I've used for many years that are just really great staples. So make sure you check that out. Check out the retiring section, because there's some great deals and you don't want to miss out on those. So here, this floral, which is so pretty, I tried to coordinate the purples with this bloom and the pansy, but I did switch it up a little bit. I think I used Dusty Concord on this one instead of Villainous Potion, so that it's still kind of in the same color family and it works nicely, but it has just a little bit of a different purple in that one color. And of course, we've got this little floral, which is so super sweet. And I love these little orange flowers and how they're going to coordinate nicely with the green, but also add a nice contrast to the other colors that I've chosen here. And of course, this bloom and this particular floral is quite different from the shape of the other florals in this set, which I think is another really great thing about this particular mini florals or mini spring floral set. The flowers are all just like really different from each other. And I think that makes it really super cool when you're putting it together, because, you know, it just adds some nice variation in shape on your project. So some of these are going to actually get trimmed off of my card, but I wanted to show you how these look when they're assembled. So this is this floral with the stem and the leaves. And then this is the floral where I used the shaded lilac. Such a pretty color. I love that. It's almost kind of like a periwinkle color, isn't it? It's beautiful. Shaded lilac's one of my favorites. I don't pull it out enough. Now this is that new 3D embossing folder called Tooled Leather. It's just so pretty. I love this embossing folder so much. Now I did cut this down to the size of an A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and so that is going to provide the front of our landscape A2 size card. And so I've got my white card base there, and I'm just going to adhere this embossed front onto my card base. And now I'm just going to show you how I'm going to assemble these. So at this point, I didn't know how I was going to assemble them. So I'm just putting these down just for kind of like a snapshot of how I think I might like these to be on my card. So I kind of wanted them to be a little bit of a border on the bottom portion of my card front. And I'm trying to vary the colors and the shapes of the florals so that they just work together as just a really pretty little bouquet on this card. So you can see I'm just kind of working them around until I'm happy with where they are on my card front. So I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of press and seal, and I'm just going to press that onto my flowers, and I'll kind of make a little bit of a hinge on the left there. So I'll press the press and seal down onto my desk, onto my glass board, and then I'm going to take my card front or my card base. I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to add a little bit of twisted citron ink blending just around the lower portion, kind of up the sides a little bit. And this is just going to provide a little bit of a home or a base for the florals. It kind of makes it look like they're in a field of grass or something like that, or in a garden. So now I've got the press and seal ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and situate that where I want it, and I'll flip it over and I'll just add the glue onto the back of the florals. And when I flip this back over again, it'll be ready to be adhered onto my card front. So I'll just flip that back over again. Just make sure that those are all exactly where I want them just by maneuvering the press and seal a little bit. And then I'll just give those all a really, really good press until I feel like they're in place. And then I'll just very, very carefully pull the press and seal off by pulling with my left hand and holding the florals in place with my right hand. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off the excess here. And I know that's sad to trim those off, but it's going to look better once they're all trimmed off, I promise. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that up and trim off all of those stems and leaves. And like I said earlier, I just wanted to make sure that you saw how these are all, how they look once they're assembled, even though some of them are, the bases or bottoms are going to get trimmed off, or even the sides. So I love how that looks. I think it's really fun. And now I'm just going to take a white gel pen and add some little details and dots here and there to the project, just to add some little whimsical highlights and dots and dashes, just for a little extra detail. And this is totally not necessary, but it's something that I like to do with my projects. So I'll just finish that up. Now, for the sentiment for this card, I did choose a sentiment from the Perfect Peony set, which I am obsessed with. The sentiments in that set are so, so gorgeous. I highly encourage you to check that set out. I'm also using some diamond stickles from Ranger to add a little bit of bling and sparkle and shine to my florals here and there. This is the sentiment that I was speaking of earlier that's from the Perfect Peonies. I love this so much. I think I used it on my card last week as well. I have some foam adhesive on the back of that sentiment just to pop it up a little bit, but I just stamped it with black ink and then die cut it using the coordinating die from Perfect Peonies, and that is where I chose to place it on my project. Now I've covered the sentiment up, and I'm just going to add a little bit of white splatter to my card. Not too much. I don't want it to be overdone. I just want just a really slight bit of nice fine white splatter. And I did actually use some Aurora Borealis gems. You can see those in the picture, but that's going to finish off my project. Friends, I have linked up in the description box below to all of the products that I've used from Honeybee Stamps. I hope you were inspired. I had so much fun creating this card, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.